Welcome to the very first episode of the Fully Booked Host.
We're really glad you're here. Whether you're driving between properties, reviewing your calendar, or taking a quiet moment with your phone finally face down in a drawer for a bit.
This show is for vacation rental and Airbnb hosts who are done scrolling past perfectly polished success stories and wondering, why does everyone else seem to have a perfect strategy and a dream team while I'm just trying to keep up with one guest message at a time?
It's a very good question. If you care about your guests, your family, and your business, and you want to grow in a way that actually works in real life, with late check-ins, family obligations, and everything in between, this is for you.
I'm Christine. I've been in the short-term rental world since 2010, managing growing portfolios across 3 continents and welcoming thousands of guests. I live in a world of property management software, automations, and behind-the-scenes operations. Where many people see spreadsheets and notifications as overwhelming, I see patterns and systems and opportunities to make life easier. I am genuinely love turning chaos into something calm and predictable.
It's very true. And I'm Sarah. I started hosting in 2013 with my own condo in Point Loma, San Diego, and very quickly became obsessed with how intention, warmth, and thoughtful little details can transform both a guest's experience and a property's performance. I also really fell in love with welcoming people from all over the world, creating stays that they wanted to return to, and building this unlikely little global community in my very own living room. Since then, I've combined a background in sales and event management with hands-on work as a property management expert, learning what hosts truly need to grow confidently. Today, as a full-time single mama running a vacation rental business in one of the most competitive markets in the country, I specialize in seasonal optimization, using both short-term and mid-term stays to keep my properties profitable, purposeful, and sustainable.
So if you ever thought, I want my calendars fully booked, but I don't want to feel constantly on edge, you are in exactly the right place.
Very true. So let's get to the point. Why should someone listening hit follow on this show? What's in it for them, Christine?
They're probably not here for vague inspiration.
Definitely not.
So maybe you're here because you want your business to be more efficient, more profitable, and less draining. And because you don't want to do it all alone. You want a village around you for the days when you feel overwhelmed. Our promise is simple. We're not going to gatekeep information. We'll share the tools, the systems, and strategies we use. We'll break things down so you can implement real changes quickly, saving time, money, and a lot of frustration. And we'll work on building a real community of hosts who can support each other, share resources, and step in when you need it the most.
We'll talk about how to pull your messages from Airbnb, Vrbo, Booking.com, and other platforms into one place, how to communicate with cleaners and owners more effectively, and how to use technology in ways that actually lighten your workload instead of adding more to your plate. We're also going to talk openly about burnout, boundaries, and the emotional side of running vacation rentals. Your booking rate matters, but so does your ability to put your phone away, be present in your life, and not have to jump every time a notification pops up.
Let's share the real story of how we met, because it explains a lot about why this podcast exists.
I love that idea. So when we first connected, I was still very early in my vacation rental journey. I had reached that point where there were enough properties that I was juggling that everything was starting to feel overwhelming and complicated. I was doing almost everything manually and asking myself, am I ready for a property management system, or am I just overwhelmed or not juggling what I have efficiently? So for those who don't know, a property management system is a software that helps you to manage bookings, calendars, and guest messages in one place instead of juggling multiple platforms separately. So I did what many of us do. I joined a Facebook group. I posted a very honest question. Here's how many properties I have. Here's what I'm managing. Does it make sense for me to switch to something like this right now?
I remember reading that post and thinking, I know exactly where she is. And that in-between stage where what used to work for you is starting to fall apart, but you're not sure what comes next.
And out of everyone in that group, you were one of the only people who responded. And responded in a real meaningful way. It was something that I could use. Instead of a quick one-liner, you said, hey, give me a call. I'm happy to chat and share my 2 cents. We got on the phone, and very quickly it went from the tech question to, okay, we're speaking the same language.
We really did. We were talking about workflows and formulas for owner statements within minutes. Now, all of you might not know what that means today, but trust me, we're going to get into it.
You became my main resource as I got set up. You answered my, is this a stupid question, questions, walked me through the setup, and helped me build the systems behind my business so I can actually grow. And I'm so grateful for that.
And there's another side to the story. Sarah isn't just someone I helped. She's helped me in a huge way. There have been so many times when life has been loud, family situations, exhaustion, and the normal things we all deal with. And at the same time, a challenging guest or a frustrated homeowner needs attention. Vacation rentals don't pause just because you're having a hard day. Guests arrive at all hours. Issues can appear at 2 or 3 in the morning. And in those moments, Sarah has been my person. She'll pick up the phone, listen, help craft responses, or even help a situation directly so I can take care of my life.
And I will always do that.
So grateful.
And that's something we want to name out loud. You cannot always be available around the clock, even if your business technically is, or even if your guests want you to be. Having someone you trust step in when you can't is incredibly valuable.
Exactly. Having another person who understands the pressure, who can say, I've got this, go handle what you need to handle, has been a game changer for me. So yes, I help Sarah with systems and tools, but she's been crucial support for me with difficult guests, homeowner dynamics, and those moments that show up out of nowhere.
That mutual support between us is a big part of why we actually wanted to create this podcast. We kept thinking there's so many hosts who would love to have that kind of backup and perspective and community who don't want to feel like they're doing this entirely on their own.
We talk a lot about building a village for hosts, and we truly mean it. Hosting can be incredibly isolating. It can feel like it's just you, your phone, and the constant streams of notifications and alerts.
Absolutely. We want this show to feel like a place you can come back to regularly, a place where people understand what it's like to get a long, emotional message from a guest, or to navigate a tough conversation with an owner, or to handle something going wrong at the least convenient time.
We're not here to pretend it's effortless. We're here to normalize the challenges and say, you're not behind. You're not the only one feeling stretched, and you don't have to figure all this out alone.
So if someone is listening and thinking, this sounds good, but what are you actually going to talk about? What can they expect going forward?
Well, you can expect a mix of very practical, step-by-step episodes and more reflective conversations. We'll talk about things like property management software and other tools that can genuinely simplify your day-to-day, how to streamline guest messages and communication across multiple platforms, how to work more smoothly with cleaners and support staff, how to communicate clearly and confidently with property owners, and how to protect your energy and avoid burnout. Well, you do all of that. You can also expect to be part of a community of hosts. If you're struggling to find a reliable cleaner in your area, or if you're looking for a great handyman, or you just need a recommendation, ask us. We'll share your wish list with our listeners and our community. Our goal is to help you fill the gaps, so we're not all trying to solve the same problems in isolation. Let's be there for each other in a real way.
Sounds pretty good. Pretty nice. We'll bring another host to share what's really happening behind their after photos, and we'll share our own I wish I had known this sooner moments too.
Our goal is that each episode gives you at least one of 3 things: a practical action you can take, a shift in how you see something, or a moment where you feel seen and can exhale a little. I already feel better.
I definitely needed that today. We also want this to be interactive from the beginning. So we're inviting you to share your vacation rental listing with us.
Every 30 days, we'll be selecting one listing from a listener to feature on our Fully Booked Host social media. The owner of that listing will also receive a free coaching call with us. On that call, we'll take a look at your listing, your setup, and your current systems. We'll make specific suggestions you can implement to move closer to being fully booked, while also saving time.
I love that. If you'd like to share your listing or send us a question, all the ways to reach us, our website, social channels, are linked in the show notes below. That way you can just tap a link instead of trying to remember where to find us.
If you have questions about tools, messaging, cleaners, owners, or anything you wish someone would just explain clearly, we would love to hear it. Your questions will help us shape future episodes.
This is the work we live in every day. If we can help you set things up for now so that your future self has fewer fires to put out, it's exactly what we want to do.
At the end of the day, the Fully Booked Host is about turning confusion into clarity, chaos into systems, and that I'm barely holding it together feeling into real ownership of your business.
Well said.
Thanks.
You're allowed to want your calendar full and your life to feel lighter at the same time. That's the balance we're working towards too.
If this resonates with you, we'd love for you to follow or subscribe. Share this episode with another host who needs a bit of a village. Check the show notes for how to connect with us and send in your listing or questions.
All right, let's wrap this up.
All right. I'm Christine.
And I'm Sarah.
And we're your Fully Booked hosts.
Thank you for listening. We'll see you in the next episode.